hello to you, my fellow Criterion collector. We have some brand new announcements to talk about. These are going to be for December of this year, so these are just in time for the best of year lists. In years gone by, December is typically a quiet month for Criterion, but this year is different because we have 6 titles to talk about. This year surely must be the year with the most titles. So first I want to talk about His Girl Friday. This is getting a 4K upgrade from Criterion. This is one of my favourite films of the era. This is a screwball comedy directed by Howard Hawks, starring the one and only Cary Grant opposite Rosalind Russell. And this is one of those screwball comedies where the dialogue is just absolutely rapid. It's like a machine gun firing at you. For me, it's just one of those perfect films of the 1940s. It already has a Criterion release on a Blu-ray, and the 4K is going to have the same artwork and the same special features. But this film also has had other 4K releases. It was part of one of the Columbia Classic sets from Sony, and that 4K disc looks excellent. So I'm fully expecting Criterion's upgrade of their older Blu-ray to look as good as that Sony disc. And because I have that as well as this, I probably am not in the market for the Criterion upgrade to 4K. But if you haven't seen this film and you like old Hollywood movies, I highly recommend it, and especially if you can get one of these 4K releases. Then we are getting a 4K release of Salaam Bombay. This is from Mira Nair. She already has a number of her films in the Criterion collection, so it's great to see another one of hers, and this is her first narrative feature. And let me tell you, this is a wonderful film, beautifully shot and composed. I'm hoping the 4K looks excellent. I can't wait to upgrade to this because I have an older Blu-ray release from BFI. This came out a few years ago and it's just such a good film. This new Criterion release has a bunch of special features, including new ones with the filmmakers, and it has Dolby Vision HDR on the 4K disc. So fingers crossed that this one is going to look excellent. And this is another film that if you have not seen this or you have not experienced a Mira Nair film before, please do go and seek them out. Speaking of films and filmmakers that I adore, we are getting a Powell and Pressburger movie coming to 4K from Criterion. This one is I Know Where I'm Going, and this has been sorely missed on Blu-ray or 4K from Criterion, considering they have a number of Powell and Pressburger movies in the collection. This is from a brand new 4K restoration undertaken by the BFI and the Film Foundation, with Martin Scorsese and Thelma Schoonmaker involved. It's a beautiful romance story, and again I'm repeating myself, but please do seek this one out, particularly if you've seen any of the other Powell and Pressburger movies and you want more. This is one to add to your wish list. And for any of my viewers who are in the UK, such as myself, I highly doubt this is a film that we're going to see on a release anytime soon, because the rights holders of all these Powell and Pressburger movies in the UK is pretty strict with what they release. So even though BFI have done the restoration, BFI more than likely will not be releasing this on a Blu-ray or a 4K, and Criterion likely will not have the rights for a UK release as well. So it sounds like we're going to have to import it if we want it, but trust me, the film is worth it, and I sure hope that the 4K looks and sounds excellent. Then we come to a real surprise, but a pleasant one at that. It's Pee-wee's Big Adventure getting a 4K and Blu-ray release from Criterion. And unless I'm wrong and forgetting something, I think this is Tim Burton's first film as part of the Criterion collection. So perhaps that bodes well for more Tim Burton films. You know, I would love to see a 4K restoration of Ed Wood come to the collection. That would be absolutely lovely. So yes, here we have Pee-wee's Big Adventure. This one has a very devout following. I know people that absolutely adore this film. So I imagine a lot of people will be very happy today having seen this. And I can't wait to see what the film looks like because I can barely remember anything about it. It's been so long since I saw it. So I can't wait for this. This is great news. Then we come to a film that I'm surprised didn't have a release prior to now, but here it is. It's David Byrne's American Utopia. This is getting a 4K and Blu-ray release. This is a documentary concert film recording of his Broadway adaptation of his American Utopia tour, and it is directed by Spike Lee. So there's a lot going on there, but essentially this is a David Byrne film. I know it's directed by Spike Lee, but I mean, David Byrne is just front and center. This is his project, and I think it's excellent. If you like David Byrne, if you like Talking Heads, then this is one to watch. I'm sure you'll have seen it though if you do like Talking Heads. I have the Blu-ray that is from Dogwoof in the UK, so it'll be interesting to see how this compares to the 4K. I imagine it will improve upon this, but yeah, I think I'll be getting it anyway because I do think it is a fantastic film. And this is probably as close as we're going to get to Stop Making Sense coming to the Criterion collection, because that had a recent release from A24. And finishing off the month, we have a Blu-ray release of Return to Reason. These are 4 films by Man Ray. These are 1920s experimental films. And apparently the music in the presentation of these films on this Blu-ray is from none other than Jim Jarmusch and one of his collaborators, Carter Logan. I think the films of Man Ray are a very important part of the history of cinema, and they are very experimental, especially for the time, really pushing the boundaries of how we can convey emotions and tell a story through cinema. And these 4 films only total 70 minutes in duration, which some people might look at and think you're not getting as much film, but also we don't always have time to sit down and watch a 3-hour film. So a 70-minute experience where you can be enriched by some wonderful cinema sounds good to me. So there we have it. That is just a very quick look at what is coming from Criterion in December 2025. I don't know if you'll agree with me, but it seems like this year has been an excellent year for Criterion. And if they can keep this momentum going into next year, I cannot wait to see what they come up with. I will leave it there, but if you would like to listen to me speak more about films, give some recommendations and reviews, then just click the video that's on screen right now. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you soon.